Everyone, doing a midweek update on YouTube and for the free Discord. So I've had a lot of questions, and guys, if you aren't in the Discord, I highly suggest going in the Discord. The links are in the bio for that. I do occasionally post more trades. If I'm monitoring, I will post trades. Otherwise, I'm more active in there, giving more insights into news releases and what's going on in the market as well. So make sure you follow, get in the Discord as well, because that's where I post these directly, these videos as well, along with YouTube. Having a look at the market, overall, not really much so far this week. Kind of a messy week of price action still, a week of patience, in my opinion. So right now in the mentorship program, we have a few trades running. The two in particular are the sells on GJ. So we took this back on the 11th of February. This is currently running at 426 pips in profit. Well, sorry, it was. And then we took some more profit today on this, reaching a total of 12.18 RR. The second trade running reached, again, 375 pips in profit. Again, still holding this. Took some more partials in this today as well. That's 12.51. So I mean, between that's almost 25 RR bagged for almost, almost 900 pips. I think we just came like within 50 pips of 900 pips, and this could easily continue lower. So these are the kind of trades that we catch. We're swing traders. We catch the larger moves. We catch pretty much every direction that the market takes, whether it's up or down. So looking at the current pairs that we have here, so CAD-JPY, I told you guys yesterday on Monday, look for price to push up in here, and then look for a sell down in the 90, and then look to hedge it. I literally said look to sell it from here upon further rejection for a sell down into 90. Again, your sort of setup will be something like this, which gives you a nice little 1 to 4.5 almost. And then if you see rejection at this 90 level, look for a buy up to then hedge it and just trade the range. And if you had done this, you would have bagged around 80 pips there, and then you would have bagged right now another 130 pips there. So that's almost 200 pips given away right there. All you do is listen to what I say and just follow along and look for the price action. That's a 1 to 6. That is a 1 to 4 almost a 4.5. So that's almost 10% given. So if any of you who are doing challenges through FTMO or any other funding prop firms, that's your challenge done, passed off a free Discord or YouTube. Just like that. All you have to do is just follow along with the updates. So what I'm looking for here on CAD-JPY is I'm looking for a possible sell from here back in the 91, as this could easily respect 91.5 and then just continue lower. Again, we have NFP on Friday, along with a lot of CAD news coming out on Friday as well. Plus, we have everything going on right now in the world with the whole Russia-Ukraine thing. Generally speaking, based on what's going on fundamentally, which I don't really care about, like as it goes to trading, I really just focus on technicals. But looking at it as a fundamental, as a trader, you would expect oil to continue going higher. So therefore, CAD should continue pushing up. So what I would like to see on this is really you could look for a short-term sell from here if price was to kind of do something like this, pull back down into here, and then you can look for a buy off this level, off this 91, maybe up into the highs if it was to respect this, and you can look for buys from here and do the same thing, sell for a hedge and then buy into the hedge. So that's what I'd be looking for there. But right now, because where price is at, I'd be definitely looking for either a short-term sell setup like something like this, for example. That'd be a nice little 1 to 3, 1 to 4 almost, and then look for the buy from there. So that's what I'd be looking for there. Australian dollar. So I told you guys look for the sell from here and then went risk-free. Your entry would have been after this. I mean, look at this nice rejection all through here. That would have been your entry. Reached around. We reached around. That's not what I want. That's what I want here. So we reached around, I think, 30 to 40 pips in profit. 35 pips in profit before reversing back up, and then it came up and gave another entry after respecting 1.27, sort of 500 region, and then pushed up. So you would have been break even on that. I know a few of you guys caught this and the CAD-JPY, so good job. Seriously, it's so easy, right? Just follow along what I say and you can make money. It's it's a good job on that. I appreciate the messages. Really good job. Quite a few of you caught this and this. I completely forgot to look at this. I would have taken this if I saw this. I was not watching this pair. As these are not pairs I trade these ones up here. But yeah, so really good job there. So a few of you caught this as well. Again, break even. What I'd be looking for here is see if price can pull back down, retest 0.728 for a push up into 0.73, sort of 500. Just be aware, I am looking really right now at dollar possible strength from here, which means we might see AUD USD begin to push lower. We have faked out once here before at this 0.73 level, so we need to be aware of that, as we did do it over here. So what could always happen is we could push back up into this area up here, and then this could fake out. If that's the case, you'd be looking for something like this for a move lower. So just keep that in mind. Right now, I'd be looking for more for the buy setup, but if price does break below this structure, I'd be looking for a sell down to the lowers. Just make sure you watch the dollar. Okay, if we do see a lot of dollar strength, then that means we'll most likely see the Australian dollar continue lower. Next one is Nzd Usd. Really, this hasn't moved at all since market open. So what I'd be looking for here is a push up into 0.68 for a sell, okay, which kind of lines up with the AUD USD going lower. To be honest, nothing about this really screams anything as of yet. Just based on where price is at and what I'm seeing, that's what I'd be looking for. But again, if price was to do one of, so you have a few different setups here. Look for a break, retest of 0.68, or even let's say price falls from here. Let's give it a third scenario, is price was to break below and do something like this. You have a few different scenarios there. But right now, just based because where price is at currently and what I'm seeing, I do favor the more sell setup. So make sure you're watching this in confluence with the dollar, that we can have an idea of what to sort of expect. Now, this Friday, we have non-farm payroll. Okay. Again, guys, for anyone who's newer to the channel and to the Discord, I don't really care about the news. But again, there's a few news releases that I will pay attention to, not really because of the information, but just to understand the timing of them, so I can understand when I might see some manipulation or possible reversals in the market. Again, if you just understand what the market's doing and you just focus on price and you get into a flow of, learning a few pairs, it's really easy just to focus on 3 or 4 or 5 pairs, and you can make so much money and be very, very consistent. But again, it comes down to just practicing on a few pairs, picking one strategy, and just learning how the market moves, which is all based on price action, numbers, and key levels within the market. That's really it. The news is just, in my opinion, just a catalyst to push price where it needs to go, right? And the market will tell you what's happening. You just have to look for the clues. So that's my rant over. Next one, gold. Honestly, guys, I'm not really too interested in gold. Very, very messy. Kind of anything can happen here. I'm not going to cover this. Nothing has really happened since market open. However, I would just be aware of the possibility that we could see a pushback up into 1950 region before we move lower. But this is just kind of messy. And again, as I said on Monday, if you're not really, really experienced with gold, I would suggest not trading it or just being very, very careful with it, just because of what's going on right now in the world. Technically we should see gold continue a lot higher because it's a safe haven. But I mean, as it's a safe haven, it could also just dump as well, with anything that's going on right now with the whole Russia-Ukraine thing. So just my 2 cents. If you're not really experienced with it, stay out of it, focus on other pairs, and just continue to learn the skill. There's no rush. The market's not going anywhere. So I get a lot of messages like, you've been practicing for a few months and you're on demo or you've blown an account. Guys, like it took me a year and a half to become consistent, and it wasn't really around the 2-year mark where really things really started clicking for me. So it takes time. It takes a lot of energy, a lot of effort and consistency, but hard work pays off. So just keep pushing. You don't have to learn from me. You can learn from anyone else. I don't care if you come to me or not. I'm not here to sell anything to you guys. I'm literally just a trader who understands the struggle and is trying to just give you guys some solid, decent information. Okay. So that's it for now, guys. Have a great week. Remember to keep your risk management in check. I always suggest doing 0.5 to 1%. That's because I trade a funded account through FTMO. So that's just my opinion. But, it's up to you guys. But risk management is absolutely everything. You're going to have losses. It's all about small losses, small losses and big wins. Okay. If you can do, a 60, 70, 80% win rate and your risk reward is a 1 to 6, 1 to 7, 1 to 8 on an average, for example, we took a loss today on GJ, all right? But that loss is so small compared to these huge trades that we're in. This is 24 RR for almost 900 pips. I'm not worried about a little 1% loss. So everyone has losses despite what you might see on Instagram. I know Instagram is a terrible place for Forex. Everyone acts like they got their shit together and everyone's perfect. Guys, I have losses. Every week I have some losses, but I also have very, very, very big wins. And I'm very, very consistent in my strategy and my trading plan. No one's perfect. So just remember, you're not alone. You're going to have losses, but it's about small losses, big wins. Risk reward is absolutely everything. Have a great week, guys, and I will chat to you guys later on in the week.